I need to apologise right off the bat because this is going to be more of a serious video. So I also need to explain what happened because this is kind of to some extent a bit weird. So to start off with, going back to the 22nd of March 2018, a guy called Sneaks14 joins my lobby in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. We have 3 fights, he beats me in all 3 fights, I then kick him, he then sends me a message over on PSN, we go back and forth for a little bit, then on the following day, the 23rd of March 2018, he then uploads a video to YouTube with the fights and the messages claiming that he's exposing me. The video you can see right here, it says Burcol Exposed with messages, okay, whatever. So then a few days after that, a guy by the name of TruePainZ then takes that footage from the video Sneaks14 uploaded and re-uploaded it to his channel with an intro and some text before and after the main part of the video. And then he's also claiming he's exposed me. So very quickly, the majority of this video is not going to be about the Sneaks14 guy. It's going to be about TruePainZ, but very quickly, in the description of Sneaks' video, he mentions that how does it feel to get a taste of your own medicine or something like that. I've not got it up right now, but you can see it on screen. Which to that, I need to say Sneaks and TruePainZ, you both completely, in every way, shape and form, missed the point of what the with messages saying means. What it means is somebody gets so upset and so salty because they lost, they then send the first message. So Sneaks, you beating me 3 times, then you sending me the first message. As I mentioned in the messages, yeah, you come off as an extremely big sore winner and somebody who just doesn't know how to take a win. So saying that you gave me a taste of my own medicine, despite the fact that I have never sent the first message to somebody in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 or in any of my Xenoverse 2 videos after I beat them, you just completely missed the point of what the with messages meaning means. I do find it funny though how Sneaks just so happens to cut off the very top of the conversation thread, which means that perhaps to some people it may not be as obvious that he did indeed send me the first message after beating me. Now I will say this, Sneaks did post a link in the comment section of TruePainZ video to an external website that does actually show that he did indeed send the first message, but in my opinion the fact that it took him about a week, maybe even 2 weeks to post that link and it was posted in a thread that has a lot of replies, again in my personal opinion that just feels very disingenuous. So now let's move on to TruePainZ video. Now, when I saw this video, I was very confused because nowhere in the video title, in the video itself, in the video description, or in the tags does TruePainZ mention me using my Elder Kai build. Now, what TruePainZ does, I guess you could say, quote unquote, call me out on, is the fact that, you can see it right here, it says, so doing key cancel is cheap. I never said that. And then saying, but a justice combo without break isn't. I'm guessing by break he means a stamina break, then justice combination. Which to that, I need to say 2 things. Firstly, this is legitimately the first time I've heard of that being cheap. Like, people say justice combination is cheap, which I mean, that's fair enough. But to specifically say it's cheap to use justice combination outside of hitting a successful stamina break, that's a first for me. I've never heard that before. But here's the thing. Back in late 2016, more specifically the 24th of December 2016, TruePainZ sent me a message on PSN. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because that means that he has known of me since at least the 24th of December 2016. He may have known of me before that, but this is the first, I guess, recorded date I have. So let's just say the 24th of December 2016. In addition to that, you've also posted quite a few comments on my videos, and these are the only ones that I can find. I don't know if there's any more, but let's just say that these are all of the comments that you've posted so far on my channel. Now the reason I'm bringing both of those 2 things up is because to me, given that you've known of me since late 2016 and you've posted comments, I think it's safe to say that you know that this is how I play. You specifically must know that because, again, like, I just find it strange that you would be watching me for, or rather you've known of me for at least a year and a half, roughly, give or take a few months, and that you don't know that, before this whole thing started, that you don't know that I do tend to use justice combination, well, both with and without going for a stamina break beforehand. I just find that very hard to believe. So if that is indeed true, that means that you're making a big deal out of something that you already know that I do, which I just need to I just need to ask, why? And here as well, he says, so doing key cancel is cheap. No, I have never said that. What I have said, and I said it just in one of the messages that Sneak said, well, that I sent to Sneak, sorry, I said that using nothing but key blast cancelling, or really relying on it heavily, I said that's cheap. I've never said key cancel or key blast cancels, depending on what you want to refer to them as. I have never, ever said they are cheap. You are just lying about what I said. I mean, hell, I use key blast cancelling pretty much in every single video, at least in some way, because it is something that's very useful. But when you have to use it, I think in the first fight against Sneaks, again guys, you can check the description for a link or something like that to see the full fights I had against Sneaks, so you know I'm not lying or what have you. Within like the first, I think 30 seconds, he used it like 6 times. And I should mention this is just what I personally think. My opinion is just that, it's just an opinion. Now at this point I was thinking, there's no way in hell the reason why TruePainZ made this video was because of the fact that I used just this combination without going for a stamina break beforehand, and that I personally consider key cancelling cheap. I was thinking there's no way that's the reason why, and I decided to look into the comments, and yeah, I mean, you can see it right here. So a guy called Lord Magma says, wait, why is it important to expose YouTubers who only play video games? He goes on, but you guys can read the entire thing right here if you want to pause it. And TruePainZ replies to him by saying, he fights noobs and pretends like he's amazing while he's really not. So very quickly, I have never, ever said that I'm amazing at Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I've never said I'm the best at Xenoverse 2. I've never said I'm one of the best at Xenoverse 2. I've never even said I was good at Xenoverse 2. I've just never spoke those words. There's another comment as well saying, lol, he plays cheap, plays only noobs, talks trash and makes excuses, yet you are defending him, lol, okay? Again, pause if you want to read the entire thing. So, the whole Burcol only fights noobs thing, I can debunk that right now in like a sentence, or rather in a question. How can I only fight noobs, whereas in a large portion of my videos, I show me losing? He also goes on to mention that I play cheap. Now, in the past, I have used builds that can be described as cheap, cheesy, overpowered, broken, etc. And going forward, I'll use them going forward because they make for good videos in most cases. For example, the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Funny Moments series, where me and 2 friends, or in some cases 4 friends, take a specific skill online, for example body change, and we just troll with it because it's funny for videos, it's fun, it's a good time. But I'm not doing it to be malicious. But what he also fails to mention is the fact that I have an entire series on my channel that's still going as of this upload, which is my Xenoverse themed moveset series. So you want to say that I play cheap, but then completely ignore the fact that I've done, at this point, literally hundreds of videos of me not playing cheap. Yeah, very interesting there, TruePainZ. To me, it feels like you're being very selective as to what you want to say. This says I make excuses, which no, I don't. Like, I just don't. Now, granted, in some videos or some battles, I may say, oh, this fight was laggy, but I do that regardless of if I win the fight or if I lose the fight. I don't blame stuff on lag, or lag as one example, I'm sure. Me pointing something out doesn't mean it's an excuse. But then again, TruePainZ is somebody who, if you, as he put it right here, lol, if you get your ideas from Burcol vids, then I'll literally ignore you. Yeah, so basically, if you get any ideas from me, then suddenly, in TruePainZ's eyes, your opinion means nothing. That's what he's saying here. But it then goes on to say, and this is kind of funny, you can read the entire comment. He says, he speaks like he's a professional, yet he plays people who started playing. I've just debunked the latter. Yeah, but here's the thing. Saying professional, that's a very specific thing, and you can see it right here. The word professional means somebody who makes a living from a paid occupation. Now, I've been a full-time YouTuber now for about 17 or so months, meaning that I make my entire living off of YouTube. Now, given that I mostly, as of right now, upload Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 videos, and that's what the vast majority of my content right now is, then by definition, I am a professional Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 player, because out of everything you could have chose to say, TruePainZ, you used the term professional, okay? moving on. Well, I say moving on, I think it's about time to start wrapping this video up. Just two final things though. Firstly, you can see these few comments on the screen right now. TruePainZ tends to, let's say, get a bit aggressive with people who disagree with him in any way, shape or form, which I just find that a bit interesting. And finally, one reason why I've never said I'm the best at Xenoverse 2 or anything like that is because if I said I was the best or one of the best, as TruePainZ claims to be the best a world can hit player in Xenoverse 2, if you then lose by getting perfected, you might look a bit dumb. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, guys, with that said, yeah, this video's done with now. It's gone much longer than what I expected. I should mention this as well, don't go and dislike his video or the other guy's video, Sneak's video. Just let them be. Like, it's not hurt me, but I just wanted to get this video out there because I've had a few tweets, a few YouTube comments and a few messages on PSN of people saying this, both in support and against me. Mostly people against me are his friends, which I've got everything backed up, which I may show one day. But guys, with that said, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.